Hey people, it is Friday, February the 24th. Time is 4:37 in the afternoon, and it's currently minus 7 degrees Celsius, but feeling more like minus 16 with the wind chill. And I'm on Wellesley Street East, heading east through the old Cabbagetown neighborhood. And as you can see, there's still plenty of snow from our recent snowfall. The weather has stayed frigid in the last couple of days, so very little melting has occurred. But that will change in the upcoming days when the temperatures will go back above freezing, and then we'll see lots of the snow rapidly disappearing. But in any case, while it's still here, I thought I would take a walk up to Rosedale Valley Road and walk along the length of Rosedale Valley Road, which is a very attractive road running through the Rosedale Valley, skirting along the northern edge of downtown. And I have walked through there before in the warmer months of the year, but never on a cold, snowy winter day. So that might be very nice to see. I'm not even sure what it will be looking like myself once I get there.
You gotta stay there all night.
Kid was having fun jumping on the snowbank, which I have done many a time in my boyhood. I would actually carve out snow forts in some of the bigger snow banks with my friends, and we'd actually hang out inside the snow forts. Looking back now, I think, geez, we had no idea whether or not that was safe. Whether or not things could suddenly cave in on us. We didn't seem to care at the time. So as you can see, lots of beautiful old homes here in Cabbagetown. I've been through this neighborhood many times.
Yeah, like you can use it to pay.
But it's been a while since I walked through here when there was so much snow on the ground. I believe the city of Toronto got about 17 centimeters of snow in that last major snow event. Of course, that varies depending on what part of the city you're in. That looks about right for the core of the city. So Wellesley Street comes to an end up here. And there's a small park. And I believe that is the air ambulance passing overhead. That's a massive helicopter. When that goes over my building, sometimes it actually shakes the whole building. Let's look down Sumac Street. And I think starting today, the sun is finally setting no earlier than 6 p.m. And I don't think it'll go before 6 p.m. for another 8 months. So we have some longer days ahead of us. And of course, next month is the daylight savings time taking effect, which will add another hour of daylight. And here is Wellesley Park. And this is where Wellesley Street comes to an end. I think there should be some way to get down to Rosedale Valley Road. I might have to kind of wing it, walking through the piles of snow. There's lots of people hanging out with their dogs. Looks like there's a staircase over here. And I'm just walking through the snow with my Vessi shoes. They do a good job at keeping my feet nice and warm and dry. Caution, steps and paths are not cleared of snow and ice. And I believe I already figured that out. Alright. Step carefully. Just about all the way down. All right. And I believe this is where Rosedale Valley Road begins or ends, depending on which direction you're going. That's Bayview Drive up ahead that it's terminating at, and behind that you might be able to see some of the traffic on the Don Valley Parkway through the trees. And there's a bit of a trail worn through the snow here. Makes it a bit easier to walk. So we're pretty much at the extreme eastern side of what is considered downtown here. As far east as you can go. Once you cross over the Don Valley, you're in the east end of the city, and the Riverdale neighborhood is across the way. As That's right, let's begin our trek along Rosedale Valley Road. The sidewalk here is fairly clear of snow. At some points along the way, we'll be able to see some of the skyscrapers, mainly around the St. Jamestown and Bloor-Yorkville neighborhoods. And very slippery here. Ice-coated sidewalk in that spot. And we'll pass under a number of bridges as well, most notably the Bloor Viaduct. And lots of traffic here. It's kind of hard to believe that we're still in what is considered within the boundaries of downtown Toronto right now. You would think we're on a country road in the middle of nowhere if it weren't for all this traffic. See quite an elevation here up to the Cabbagetown neighborhood. On the other side, that would be quite the climb to head up to the top of that. Just up ahead, we're going to start to veer in a more westerly direction. So hopefully the sun won't suddenly be shining directly into our faces. I'm hoping being down in the valley might shield us a bit from the sun. There you can see the first of some of the tall buildings. That's how you suddenly know you're not in the middle of nowhere. I think last time I walked in this direction along Rosedale Valley Road, those condos weren't even there. Or if they were still in the early stages of construction and not visible. And we're walking past St. James Cemetery. It extends from Parliament Street to the west, all the way over here to the edge of Rosedale Valley Road. And you can see some of the gravestones. This fence is not really helping. Go. St. James Cemetery and Crematorium established 1844. That's one of the oldest cemeteries in the city, along with the Toronto Necropolis, which is also in Cabbagetown. And just over yonder is the St. Jamestown neighborhood. You can see some of the apartment towers peeking up in the background. And here is the Bloor Viaduct, also known as the Prince Edward Viaduct. Of course, this isn't the main span. The main span is a little further eastward, going over the Don River and Don Valley Parkway. And some more houses perched up on top of the valley. Very expensive neighborhood up there. And this other bridge extending over the road is actually a subway tunnel. The Line 2 subway passes through there, inside, hidden away. And eventually it lines up with the Bloor Viaduct and passes directly underneath the viaduct as it goes over the valley. The Don Valley, that is. I think I can hear a train. There's another icy patch. I will walk very slowly. Even walking slowly, my feet are slipping and sliding. over on this side is the Rosedale neighborhood, which mainly consists of large detached houses, but it does have a selection of apartment buildings mixed in. It's one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the city, the highest incomes. Yeah, this is quite something in the winter. In the summer, all the greenery on the trees, the leaves tend to block out a lot of these views, so you can't really see what you're seeing right now. Even walking through the Rosedale Valley, you can't escape the sight of a crane here in the city of cranes. So just up on top of that side of the valley is Bloor Street East. And eventually, if you head west, it will take you through the Yonge and Bloor, Yorkville area and the Mink Mile. Now, this is the Rosedale Valley Footbridge, which has been closed to the public for the last at least a year or more. I believe it's being reconstructed. This was a bridge that was well known for wobbling if you walked heavily across it. Not that it wasn't safe, but it was kind of a neat experience just to feel the bridge wobbling slightly with your steps. And of course the views are pretty amazing from up there. I'm not sure when it's planned to reopen, hopefully sometime this year. And that'll take you directly into the Rosedale neighborhood from Bloor Street East. I believe the Walking Man dude actually did a video a couple years ago where he used his dude bulk to jump up and down on the bridge and make it wobble. If you don't know who the Walking Man dude is, check out the YouTube channel Walking Man Dude. Looks like we actually have a traffic jam here. And this bridge up ahead is Sherbourne Street. Like a view of the Rosedale Valley Road without walking across a potentially wobbly bridge. You could always go onto the Sherbourne Street Bridge instead. The views are pretty much the same. Now, obviously, in the autumn, walking through here is quite a beautiful sight. And I have done that before. I don't think I've done it for a video, though. I think this is where Mount Pleasant Road passes over the Rosedale Valley. Some awesome archways here. And over there is a staircase leading back up to Bloor Street. And you can actually see one Bloor East off in the distance, behind the trees and smaller buildings. Currently the tallest building in the Bloor-Yorkville neighborhood, although there is another one under construction that will overtake it. It looks like a parking garage here. Not the prettiest thing to be fronting directly onto Rosedale Valley Road. And we're starting to lose the valley effect here. I think there's a walkway over there that also takes you up into the neighborhood. And looking at all the traffic, heading back the way we came. I guess I should have crossed over there instead of crossing this way. So now I have to cross back again. There's no proper path for walking on this side. At least this one is a bit more worn in. It's not much better though. I'm not sure if there's an actual sidewalk underneath this snow or not. No, I think just up here it is a bit more cleared. So it looks like there is a sidewalk hiding underneath there. Now here's where Rosedale Valley Road branches off and continues on as a much more minor roadway until it eventually dead ends. But this has another name here, Elmer Street. So I'm going to continue along Elmer Street. Definitely a very busy roadway for people trying to get down to Bayview Avenue. Times for line 1 passes by. You might see a train. Runs above ground for a stretch here. And now we're well above the actual Rosedale Valley Road down there. Well, surely on a Friday at rush hour we'll see a train come by any moment now. They run very frequently on line 1. Oh, and there's one right there, just as I said that. And we'll probably see another one heading northbound too. And I believe right down there is where Rosedale Valley Road comes to an end. If you can make that out through the trees, it sort of ends at a cul-de-sac there. But then there's a walking path that continues on. But if you're in a vehicle, that's as far as you can go. I want to see a train come by from that direction. Oh, it snuck up on me. I didn't even hear it. And now the sun decides to suddenly rear its bright and shiny presence straight into the lens. It's a good thing because I'm not really going any further west in this direction. It's just up ahead. Elmer Street meets up with Yonge Street. And that's where I will be wrapping up the video. So I hope you enjoyed the walk through part of old Cabbagetown. Very snowy and lovely looking. And then we made our way along the full length of Rosedale Valley Road, except for the last small leg where I switched onto Elmer Street. And it was quite an enjoyable walk. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Leave a comment down below if you did, or if you didn't. Either way, any comment is appreciated. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And there's also a super thanks button right down below if you'd like to support the channel that way. And you can find me on Instagram also under K Continuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.